From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome. There's people dying every day, so stay the fuck at home. You need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype, or phone. We've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home. The only way to slow it down is isolate, not home. Please help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home, stay the fuck at home. Don't be a fucking dick, please stay the fuck at home.
Hola and welcome to another Clusterfuck Circus Loco Lockdown Free Flu World Order. Cheers. Because the theme for tonight's show is television. I am Oliver Piss. This is Zurito Drunkito, and we have a great night lined up for you guys. We've got Zuri's magic remote control.
With new batteries.
With new batteries.
Last all night on.
Supercharged with the power of Clusterfuck right up its arse. Here we go guys, get ready to rock and roll.
I've not had a TV aerial for 3 years. And I don't really see the point in the TV anymore, especially not when you've got like internet-based subscription services like Netflix or Amazon, etc. I'm for the generation that believes if you pay for something, then you shouldn't be seeing adverts. I don't see why you would use something like Virgin Media or Sky, like what, you pay 50 quid a month to get more adverts, to see less of the TV show and sit and look at fucking adverts for milk. It doesn't make any sense to me. But in saying that, I still pay my TV licence, even though I don't watch the BBC, because, like with Netflix, if you stop paying your subscription service, then the worst thing that happens is you stop getting to see the TV. If you stop paying the TV licence, you could end up with some big heavy coming on your door with a baseball bat, threatening you to pay your TV licence. Could you imagine if Netflix upheld their subscription charges the same way the BBC upholds theirs? Imagine you gave your poor old granny a wee shot of your password and your account number so that she could go in and watch Netflix. And then also imagine that then Netflix sends a bunch of heavies round her door with a baseball bat threatening her to pay for the subscription. Don't think that would really fly, would it?
Due to the lockdown we're all stuck inside, so I think we've all watched a fair share of TV in the last few weeks, haven't we?
I found the remote.
we have the magic Clusterfuck remote control. So we've got Clusterfuck TV. So here's some more madness. He's up for that? Here you go.
Hello! So I had a wee go at cutting my own hair yesterday. I think I've done a no bad job with the fringe. It's just still a few wee bits, a wee kind of long bits. I just...
Why hello boys and girls! Welcome to the Clusterfuck Club. Are you all having a good day? Great! We have a really busy day planned for you guys today, but first let's just have a little check on the weather.
It's a fucking belter!
Oh, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. And remember, if you've got any questions or answers, be sure to use the hashtag ClusterfuckClub. And now it's time for our first song. Let's sing Who's in Mommy's Bed This Morning? 1, 2, 3.
So, what's your favorite kind of TV?
My favourite kind of TV? Well, I like all TV. I mean, I like a good documentary though.
So I think we have one documentary here.
We've got one on your own. Let's go.
Throughout the late 70s and early 80s, traditional folk music in the West Countries of England experienced a surge in popularity unlike anything it ever had before. With the introduction of contemporary production techniques and an infusion of the hard-edged rock and roll attitude popular at the time, the famously niche genre began to find its way onto radio playlists the entire region over. And none were at the forefront of this revolution more prominently than Stephen Mulgrew, Leslie Black, and Rick Bobbins. The music they created inspired generations of West Country folk artists to come, and they're widely regarded now as one of the most influential bands of the time and genre. However, little is known of the personal lives of these enigmatic and elusive boys from Chewmatic. Until now. This is the untold story of the Hunky Punks.
Just try to imagine Somerset's proto-folk rock scene circa 1978 to 1983 without the Hunky Punks. You can't do it. It's literally impossible. And that's because they were actually there.
God, yeah, I mean, back in those days, you just needed to be in a folk band. And it was like you ruled the world, you know? It didn't even matter if you were shy. Hello, I'm Stéphane Mulgois. I was the lead singer, lead guitarist, and probably the heart, I'd say, of the Hunky Punks too. And the brains.
Sorry, would you mind quickly taking your glasses off?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Sorry, of course. Stupid. Sorry.
Leslie Black, rhythm guitar. Well, I should say I wrote 90% of the songs, did 90% of the admin, drove us 90% of the time, set up 90% of the gigs. I played bass in all the songs because no one else wanted to.
I'm Rick Bobbins, and I was a percussionist with a specialist interest in triangle. Now I wash cars.
Manager for 90% of the time. Sourced all the exotic wildlife for our video shoots from Lifton Ostrich Sanctuary. I tuned everyone's guitar because no one else knew how. And I made everyone's lunch. Every day. And do I get any thanks? Do I fucking buggery? And I came up with the name.
The name Hunky Punk comes from the old Somerset Hunky Punk, which means small gargoyle. And this name was absolutely perfect for these lads. Punk, as in the sort of music and attitude that was beginning to integrate with the folk music scene at the time, and hunky because, although preferences may have changed, and time has undoubtedly ravaged their looks beyond any functional repair, make no mistake, these boys were bona fide West Country heartthrobs in their day.
But these heartthrobs originated from surprisingly humble beginnings.
Obviously, this is the third part of our local lockdown specials, and usually in the third part of a trilogy, that's when stuff gets dark. That's when stuff starts getting weird. So
let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
Tales from the Clusterfuck Circus.
Welcome to Tales from the Clusterfuck Circus, where there's more to the story than what's on the surface. Tonight, we present 3 tales of woe. If you're not faint of heart, then away we go.
Interview Session 1, Dr. Chase Meridian, 17th of May 2020. Patient, Gordon Powrie. Mr Powrie has been admitted under Section 36 of the Mental Health Care and Treatment Scotland Act 2003. He is suffering under the delusion that he is unable to speak without rhyme. Upon returning to his home in an agitated state, police were called into attendance and, on observing his state, detained Mr Powrie under the forenamed legislation, believing him to be suffering from an intense psychotic episode. Mr Powrie, could you talk me through the last couple of days?
What's the point, Doc? It's a crop. You guys have had me locked up tight since last night. I needed their help, so I screamed and I yelled, but no one would listen when I tried to tell. See, it started on Friday, yesterday, in a knick-knack shop hidden out of the way. I don't quite remember how it began, but next thing I know, I'm facing a man. He was wizened and wrinkled, stooped at the back, and appeared to be proprietor of this wee shack. I remember his eyes as they gazed into mine, and I swear it was like he was reading my mind. He said, "You found the thing that you seek. I know the desire you dare not speak. You wish to be beyond the skills of the clique. You wish to be the master of rhyme technique. You wish for the whole of rhyme zone in mind, to blind and to stun an audience each time. I'm glad to say you're in the right place. See, I specialise in items for desires so base." He asked me to walk to the back of the shop, and from an old cabinet he produced an old box. And here he whispered in a conspirator's tone, "As a creature will make your desires your own." The thing contained, he continued unended, is the mystical earworm, a creature of legend, said by those who claim to know the earworm does provide its host the power over language to rhyme the most. Now, I really should warn you before you pay the price that some of its effects may not be so nice. So if you find you change your mind about your need to rhyme each time, a person who will listen to your rhyme careless life's the kind of one you need to find to pass the curse from mind to mind, to spread the demon earworm, the only way to save your life. Well, my tale's nearly done. The price I paid was high. I offer my apology before I say goodbye. You're the first who listened, not police, my wife, my friends. So now the earworm curse is yours, and the curse of rhyme, the end.
Mr Powrie, he must admit, that tale is rather strange, isn't it? Oh, that was a slip of the tongue, apologies. I'm not compelled to rhyme. Honestly. Terminate interview, 10:24. I think I'm going to be sick, open the door.
Some really cool stuff so far, Clusterfuck TV, but do you know what we need now? What do you think we need now, Zurito?
Well, I'll come in some music.
Music, that's the thing we need. There's the magic remote, let's go.
Oh yes!
She had her account shut down, that's all I need to tell you. 'Cause it's okay to shake your tits till you ask for money. Financial independence really scares the patriarchy. Have you heard? Have you heard? Sex workers saving the world. Have you heard? Have you heard? Sex workers saving the world. Sex workers saving the world. Pornhub planting trees for 100 streams. That's some big dick energy. Bang Bros bought on WikiLeaks.com. Burned it all to fight the trolls. Have you heard? Have you heard? Sex workers saving the world. Have you heard? Have you heard? Sex workers saving the world. Sex workers saving the world. Sex workers saving the world.
Have you seen the remote control?
Nope.
No,
Maybe one of our kids have it?
we don't have any kids, Zuri.
Maybe we need one?
Well, if we did have one, we should call them William.
William what?
well, it's a global pandemic lockdown. It's the perfect time to make a will. Oh, there it is.
Get dialing, get involved, and come and play with me right now. Mwah.
Oh, hey. Would you mind having a few minutes of that, lovely lady?
I'd like to share a racetrack with Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 88 NASCAR. Doing hundreds of laps together, and happily letting myself be smashed in from behind.
Good morning everyone, and how are we doing this morning? Before we make a start, we have to do a very quick safety check. Can we have a look at all of your little STDs, please? Oh, Olivia, sorry Olivia, you're a new pupil, you won't be aware. STDs are socially tolerable distances, so we make sure we're always nicely separated.
My STDs are brilliant, sir.
We're going to start off today's lesson with a very quick little register, if you don't mind, right? Okay. Have we got David?
Here.
Have we got our new pupil, little old Olivia? Hello, Olivia.
Here. Where am I?
Have we got Desmond Love?
Here, sir.
And have we got Siobhan?
I'll answer with a poem.
No, we don't really have time for that today, Siobhan. Are your STDs in check?
I'll tell you if you can answer this riddle. My face races through sand. I hold a number in each hand. What am I?
We've not got time for this, Siobhan. We've not got time.
Time. Close enough. Clock.
What is that?
The answer's clock. He already got it, David. No, I got it. I said it first. I said Teach already got it, right? No, I said it first. I said clock. I said it first. Oh, fuck yous. Fuck all yous.
Right, David, listen to me. I'm not coming on here every day to listen to your shit. You're here to learn, and I'm here to fucking teach you.
Oh, son.
Sir, you can't swear at Tubz.
It's lockdown rules. Now shut it before I use the C word on you.
If you do it again, I'll have to tell my guinea pig. Naughty, naughty.
Right, Benjamin Dover.
Television's a subject that I could talk about for hours. I mean, I could just go on and on and on about it and just keep...
mute
Were bona fide West Country heartthrobs in their day.
But these heartthrobs originated from surprisingly humble beginnings.
We all grew up together in a small town off the Chew Valley called Chewmatic. Basically just a street on a hill in the middle of nowhere. It's very weird now I think back to it.
Well, it was shite living in Chewmatic, it really was. I mean, do you know you had to walk 45 minutes to get to the nearest Woolworths? 45 minutes! You know, oh, Rick, do you fancy some pick and mix? Oh, you do? Okay, right, well I'll be back in an hour and a half with some. You know? And that is not even taking into account the time spent picking or mixing. Which, I'll be honest, was not negligible.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. There was nothing there. Nothing at all. In fact, I remember the first person to bring a telly back in our town. He was my next door neighbour. Old fella he was. Mr. Barnpuss. George Barnpuss. I remember being unbelievably excited as he drove away in his chow with that communal car off to the big city. He must have spent hundreds of pounds on this thing. All the bells and whistles they had. Real serious bit of kit. Anyway, gets it home, plugs it in. Turns out, there's no TV signal in the battery. I mean, of course there wasn't. Why would there be? And he was devastated. I often wonder if his contributing factor to his suicide 2 weeks later. Obviously I was gutted because he said leave it and watch bananas splits if it sat on his knee.
Well, the band started not long after they brought this community initiative in to make musical instruments more readily available in rural communities. I think it had something to do with giving the young'uns something to occupy their minds with, especially after that summer that boy kicked all they swans to death.
Oh, yeah, no, there was this van used to come around every Saturday and he used to drop a load of instruments off down at the local post office. You know, we always used to run down there and grab whatever we could, and then we get to spend the next, 2 hours just playing whatever we wanted on them. And, then the van would come back and they'd take the instruments away and take them over to the next village. But the thing that I remember really vividly about it was that they only ever had one guitar. They'd only ever drop off one guitar, and Les and I used to argue like bloody cats and dogs over the thing, who got it each week, who could play it, and some of those arguments actually got really vicious. Like, they're not something I look back on fondly.
I could have killed him. I honestly could have killed him. And I planned it too. I had a whole diary full of ways to bump him off and not get caught. In the end, I decided on drowning. I could have gotten away with it too. Just one push.
And I also don't get the kind of things that people watch on the telly too. You wonder why people still watch programmes like EastEnders. You know what I mean? Something that's never going to end, something that's never any good. And what I don't get as well for programmes like that is how people keep on moving to Albert Square. Could you imagine trying to be an estate agent for Albert Square? Taking somebody around to look at the flat. Oh, here we are, sir. We have a beautiful 3-bedroom apartment, mid-terrace, right in the heart of London, in a lovely wee cul-de-sac community. Oh, it's lovely, geezer. Oh, I like the look of this. So what kind of amenities are around here like then, geezer? What kind of stuff is it to do? Well, sir, there's a lovely little pub on the corner. Pub, yeah, I like the pub. There's a lovely wee market. They got a market. What is this, fucking 1983? No, you got a Tesco Extra or something. Sorry, sir. All the amenities in this place seem to be bought from the one wee shop on the corner. Oh, nice little community shop. I like the sound of that. A nice little community like this. It's got to be like the same people that's been here all the time. It's got to be a nice little tight-knit community with markets and stuff like that. Oh, sir, you would think that there's been quite a high turnover of people. Try to say there's been a lot of deaths. There's been a lot of deaths in here, governor. Would you call 121 deaths in 34 years a lot? 121 deaths? What, have they been like dumping uranium in the sewers or something around here? Well, no sir, it's not all been natural causes of death. You try to say, there's been some murders around here. How many are we talking? 28 murders in 34 years? Yes sir. Well, to be honest mate, beggars can't be choosers. I'm not here because I'm made of money. What's the asking price for this place? Well sir, it's 200 grand. 200 grand? That ain't so bad for London. It's pretty good prices for a 3-bedroom, is it not? No, I'm sorry, you've misunderstood. We'll give you 200 grand to move here. We're desperate. Thing is though, I still pay my TV licence. Because I'm a shite bag.
No price here, reality TV.
A bit of reality TV. Alright then, hit the button, let's go.
Let's go.
And now it's time for the Ellen Show! Good evening and welcome to the Helen Show. Tonight we have a rags to riches story of a family from Glasgow known as the Govan Gazillionaires. From humble beginnings on the Jeremy Kyle show entitled Who's the Daddy? we have Ma, nae Pa, and the Waynes. Oh, and then they had a stint in the jungle. But no show would be complete without Ma, who, not to be upstaged by her daughters, ended up on Sun, Sea and Suspicious Parents to watch what her girls were up to. Now, Chanel has a world famous #1 best-selling book about self-love, thinking that's because she didn't get any when she was away.
Alright, Ellen.
Hello, Chanel.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, hen?
I'm alright, aye. It's a bit warm in here, but I'm coping just about.
You're coping. That's good. You want to get a plug in about your book?
Oh, aye. My book is called Don't Look Away, and it's about no looking away from yourself in the mirror. You know, just face up to it. Face up.
Yeah. Stop there. The other is now a beauty icon. Is that right? Is that right? Aye, she's just released a new fragrance called Eau de Govan. Here's Chardonnay.
Hello everybody. I think you'd love to try my perfume. And wait and I'll tell you why my perfume is the best perfume ever. Well, wait and I'll just tell you. So, if you want to be a beauty icon like me, then you will discover...
Right, hang on a wee second. Now we know, of course, there ain't no show without Ma. So welcome, the Moner family! So ladies, who's the daddy? Let's see you guys in action on the Jeremy Kyle Show.
Say what you want, Jeremy, but Fabio Bergamo is my Wayne's father. And the Daily Record printed my story, so it must be true. Aye, I met him in the Bell End pub, and he took me to the Radisson Hotel, where we spent a night of pure passion. And 9 months later, along comes my Wayne. I've contacted him about the child support, but he hasn't got back to me yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time, but maybe you could help me, Jeremy. A wee turn on your show for Fabio and me. What do you think?
Alright, Jeremy. I'm only here, by the way, because I want to protect my wee sister from my mom's exploitation. I mean, God knows I'm the big disappointment because I married Kyle when I was only 17 and I wasn't even pregnant. But I'm happy with my wee house and my job and my hobbies, and Kyle and I are both into singing, and he's never finished his apprenticeship. I'm even writing a book now about self-love. I mean, inspired by my mother and my sister, who are completely devoted it. Listen to this, Jeremy. So I'm the real Rach Leonard. I hang around clubs and hotels, looking after my sister, who doesn't date too well. She likes to hang with the fast crowd. She likes the roof down even, and the music loud. She'll only accompany you to the penthouse if there's 12 dozen roses and big satin sheets. But I'm telling her, don't go, hen, because you've already got one paternity suite. Hit me up at hashtag the real Rach Leonard. Hi, Jeremy.
My brats, they fight like cats. Aye, the bloody better pack it in or I'm sending them back to their dads. My Senga, I conceived her playing Jenga. Where da? Aye, I should have hit her with a block of wood and it would never have got that far. And as for the other one, she thinks she's God's gift. She's had more facelifts than a forklift in B&Q. Aye. And tries to tell us that she's got the flipping flu. Aye. Sure, hen. Disgusts me.
Alright, I'm Bob Bukowski at Bob's Barbecue Beef Bonanza. Here at Bob's Barbecue Beef Bonanza, you can eat anything your heart desires, long as it's beef. Mosey on down and enjoy our fully functional facilities like our brand new napkin dispensers. And don't forget, you can celebrate your bairn's birthday by booking a birthday bash with Bob's Birthday Ballad Troubadour Barney Bumble, the bombastic bebop bag of Ceratops. So that's Bob's Barbecue Beef Bonanza, exit at St James's, A726, follow signs for Figi.
Barbecue Beef Bonanza is a subsidiary of Omnicorp Enterprises. Omnicorp Enterprises accepts zero liability for injury, disfigurement, paralysis or death sustained in the use of its products or subsidiaries. Same rules apply.
Cochon-dent. Cochon-dent.
Hello ladies, I'm Val Venus, CEO of Vasectocore. Tired of labour pains, sleepless nights, irritable complexes? Why not get the man in your life a vasectomy? Remember, birth control is good for the environment, and okay for you. We're so confident in our patented industry-leading procedure, we're offering every customer an exclusive buy two, get one free offer. You heard me right. Buy two, get one free. Why not book a vasectomy today?
Vasectocore is a subsidiary of Omnicorp Enterprises. Omnicorp Enterprises accepts zero liability for injury, disfigurement, paralysis or death sustained in the use of its products or subsidiaries. Same rules apply.
I don't like this. Let me have another thing.
You know, what we used to do was we'd alternate, right? 1 week, one of us would get the guitar while the other went and played down the old mud pit. And that went on for years, you know? And it wasn't really until we both started getting good at the thing that we realised this is just not the way to go about it if you want to take this music thing anywhere. So, in the end, we just ended up clubbing together and bought another guitar to share. Which, to be honest, we probably should have done in the first place. A lot of years wasted.
Oh, it was ridiculous. Me and Steve used to go in his mum's shed and play for an hour each, while the other one just sort of pretended to play. You know, practicing their fingering and that.
And that actually continued until our third gig, you know, one of us playing the songs while the other one just sort of pretended in the background. And it wasn't until after that gig that we were approached by Alan Sedgwick, who at that point was just, you know, the bloke who ran the open mic down at the Crown and Sceptre 2 towns over. We didn't know him from Adam. And he said to us, and I'll always remember this because I did find it incredibly profound. He said, lads, if you want to come back in the future, you're gonna need another guitar. And he was right.
So what we did for a while was try and organise our gigs during that 2-hour window when the other guitar had been dropped off at the post office. Trouble was, Crown Sceptre was a 55-minute drive away, so by the time you'd driven up, parked, walked to the venue, tuned up, you're already late returning the other guitar. Even if you drove straight back. And he got very angry if you didn't return the guitars on time.
One time I tried to hide the triangle up my jumper and claimed I lost it and they threatened to fuck me with a hammer.
As it goes, we need no worry. Because not long after that, Steve's gran choked to death in a runner bean, and he got a little out of the well, so he just bought another guitar and that was that.
With the requisite number of instruments now acquired, nothing stood between the band and taking their first, albeit tentative, steps towards real stardom.
Lily was at home, looking at an old Marlon Brando movie on television. She was alone. She'd always been in love with Marlon. She farted gently. She lifted her robe and she began to play with herself. Did you enjoy that, boys and girls?
No!
I think it's time for a little game. But before we go any further, I think it's time for some imagination juice. Cheers!
Tales from the Clusterfuck Circus.
Well, I guess it's true what they say. You should be careful what you wish for. And now, to our second tale.
Please stand by for a transmission from the crew of the Mars Explorer. My name is Joe, astronaut trained. First to put my hand up for the journey being made to the planet on the near side of the Micha barricade. We had to take a chance, salvation lies 140 million miles beyond azure blue skies in a world that lies across the face of the sun, circumscribed in the habitable zone with conditions just right, a Goldilocks planet for a second life. We're a team. Cream of the crop, best of humanity over the top. You see, we're not coming home, that much is known. One-way trip, messianic syndrome, but we're strong. That's the reason we're selected. Mentally and physically our limits have been tested and we're ready to terraform dust, bringing life back to the planet of rust. First it wasn't bad, in fact it was fun, to realize the purpose of the training we had done. The terraform unit was working as it should. It wouldn't take long to produce our own food. We were more than a team, more like a family, breeding contempt from our familiarity. Ben was the first with his bunk next to mine. Snoring was driving me out of my mind. Then it was Sarah, unlucky to find Ben's mangled corpse in the mineral mine. Sue got suspicious so she had to go, but mistrust had started to grow. Derek and Helen, Jane and Mark locked themselves in the crop seed ark. They were plotting against me, you know, so I cut the power to the ark's airflow. I'm alone with their bodies on Mars, building a home for us among the stars. If you're getting these messages, things aren't well. Please stay away, other people are hell. Earthborn planetary alteration, over and out, end communication. Please stand by as we are experiencing technical difficulties at this time.
Oh dear, what a sad tale indeed. Just goes to show that even the best of us can become vicious killers if conditions are right.
Good evening. I'm Alfie Solomon. I've heard bad, very bad things about people breaking their curfew. I've even had the Billy Boys dancing past my fucking window without a care or a worry in the fucking world. Meanwhile, the rest of us are all locked up in fucking doors. And there's Gemma Doherty, thinks her feathers are too broad to be kept in the cage. She has a problem, with constitutions. At least she got fined and arrested for being a cunt, mate. A lot of people could do with a good slap in the mouth. Granted, they'll wake up with a few missing teeth and a very sore head. They will be the wiser for it. Then you've got these protesters congregating in the parks, crossing the fucking line. A lockdown means a fucking lockdown! And we shouldn't give power to the big man. But it doesn't mean we can prance around in our undies with your ice cold buckfast and your mad dog. Stay the fucking side! It's not to be discussed! We'd all love to be in the pubs on your summer holidays in a beefy, But do me a bloody favour, mate. Shit in one hand, wish in the other, and watch which one fills up fucking quicker!
Oh yeah, that first gig back at the Crown with all the instruments. Well, it was electric, weren't it? Absolutely electric. some bloke in the audience even got up and danced. It was that good.
Yeah, that was a good gag. A really good gag, actually. Slightly marred by that guy having a fit in the middle of it, but, you know, what can you do?
I remember Alan coming up to us again after the gig, and he said to us, he said, "Boys, that was," and I do not use this term lightly, right? So please don't think that I'm out there bandying this all over the shop, because I ain't. But that was, without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely bloody cracking. And I want to represent you.
We didn't know what that meant at the time. I don't think any of us did. In fact, I'm pretty sure Rex still doesn't know. But he told us, very convincingly actually, that because we played our first gag in his venue, he had first refusal rights for being our manager. Plus, he said he knew a bloke with an 8-track, so sounded like a good fit to us. Of course, subsequently we learned that none of those things were true.
There was some laugh, was Alan, though. I know he robbed us blind, and allegations at County Law after he vanished were unsettling to say the least, but God, he was some laugh.
I never really understood what he was supposed to be doing, if I'm completely honest, you know, other than smoking cigars and stealing from us, of course. You know, Leslie was organising all our gigs, Leslie was still driving us to all our gigs, Leslie was still making our lunch every day. It just didn't seem like Alan was actually doing anything for all the money that we were giving him. And you know, we had to buy all our own recording equipment for our first album, yeah? We bought that out of pocket. You know, so even his mate with an 8-track turned out to be bollocks.
That first album, Come Now to My Doors, The Wolves of Mendip, was undoubtedly a critical and commercial failure. And it's not hard to see why. If you go back and listen to it, you can audibly hear cars passing by the window of the room in which they recorded. The guitars, for the most part, weren't even close to in tune with each other or universally. And the last track on the album is interrupted halfway through by a recording of the Bee Gees' Fanny brackets Be Tender With My Love, taken from a live radio broadcast at the time.
I don't know, I thought it was quite good, to be honest, still do.
Well, if you guys are enjoying yourselves so far, I know I am, we've got another stream coming up on the 14th of June, which is actually Clusterfuck Circus's birthday. It's our 2nd anniversary to the day that we had our first ever Clusterfuck Circus, and it's going to be wild. It's going to be streamed on Nice and Sleazy's Facebook page, so look out for that. In the meantime, here you go with this.
And then lads, it's very easy at this part here. Essentially, all you have to do is stop doing it and use a fucking calculator. Siobhan Almond, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, it's menthol, sir. They're good for you.
I couldn't give a fiddler's fart if they're healthy. This is still education rules. We can't have a pupil smoking while in a lesson.
Alright. Keep your hair on.
Less of your cheek now, Siobhan. And just as a side note, there's fucking nothing wrong with my hair. David, was it your name I was calling just there?
No, sir.
Well, it would be wise for you to fucking shut your trap, wouldn't it? What are we even doing now, sir? Well, actually, we have a special treat at the moment now, Desmond. Our new pupil, Olivia Olfest, has a little show and tell for us. She's got done a little presentation on her favourite above-ground animals, horses.
I like horses. I like red ones, and black ones, and pale ones, and white ones. People think that white horses and pale horses are the same, but they're not, because a different apocalypseman rides on each one. And when the world ends, which it will very soon, the apocalypse men are going to take us away. And I'm going to get to ride on a horse.
Oh, well, that was lovely, Olivia, lovely. I agree. I love riding on horses as well. Right, lads, we're off to English. Now you have your lesson now with Mrs. Scatwood, okay?
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome to your creative writing class. Okay. First up, we've got a creative writing assignment. Okay, so hypothetically, and it's just hypothetical, but hypothetically, if your boyfriend didn't message you
Not the boyfriend again.
during all this and you hadn't heard from him for maybe 8 months, do you think he's dead? Write down your creative writing inspired by this hypothetical question. Okay, you've got 20 minutes. Thank you.
The smoke I drift my life stones on, weighted to the ground, a video on pause or slow-mo. My life in slow-mo. I smoke, I drift, my life stones on, weighted to the ground, a video on pause or slow-mo. My life in slow-mo. My life in slow-mo.
For a debut album to sell in single digits, it's truly remarkable, honestly. In most cases, accidental purchases or just basic curiosity account for more sales than this record had total. And for the band to have missed out on these markets of ignorance, as they call them, it's truly an anomaly. And it wasn't really until the release of their second album, a year later, Gather Ye Many and Watch the Minstrels Play, that things really started to pick up for the band.
And what do you think was different about that second album?
Well, it was that song, wasn't it?
God, that song.
Oh my god, that bloody song. I effing despise that song, right? I hate that song more than I hate any other song or thing or person in history, right? I hate that song more than Hitler. And let me tell you, I really bloody don't like him. You know, after what you done to our boys.
Oh yeah? That song? God, yeah. I love that song. It's a good song, that.
And which song are you talking about?
Oh, you know exactly which song I'm talking about. Fucking Cider Man, or whatever it's called.
I drink it in the morning, sometimes for a little treat. And when I go to bed, it's what I use to brush my teeth. And that's because I'm a cider man, I am. I'm a cider man, I am, and I don't give a damn. He's a cider man, if you don't like that, then you don't give a
It cannot be overstated just how much of a cultural impact the song I Am a Cider Man, brackets, I am, actually had at the time. It just absolutely took the nation by storm.
Well, it started out, we were approached by Screaming Joe Jack's Good Time Cider to use the song in a raft of national adverts. We knew straight away this was a big deal. If you knew cider, you knew Screaming Joe Jack's.
Of course it's gone now, Screaming Joe's, after 1984, when they made that pig do a bungee jump. Publicity stunt apparently for a new type of scrumpy they were bringing out, Howling Hog. And it did not go down as well as they were hoping, I think. At absolute best, I would describe it as a critical failure to read the room.
and all existing animal rights legislation available at the time. And the instruction manual for that bungee jump kit. Of course, that was all in Chinese, so...
It was good scrumpy though, really was.
And after I'm a Cider Man entered public consciousness through these adverts, it was all anyone wanted to hear. It was played on television and radio constantly. It was played in shopping centres. It was played at country fetes. Kids would be singing this song to each other in the playground at school, myself included. It was truly a cultural force of its own.
Oh yeah, it was pretty full on. We did Top of the Pops a couple of times. Even met Jimmy Savile once. A pretty top bloke, actually. I mean, I know he's meant to have done some iffy stuff, but the things Alan Sedgwick was responsible for were even worse, and you don't see him getting dragged through the muck by the media, do you?
And what made the ubiquity of this song all the more remarkable was the fact that I Am a Cider Man, brackets, I Am, was the only song in the Hunky Punk's entire back catalogue, possibly in existence, that was written in its entirety by percussionist Rick Bobbins.
What can I say? I guess some people just have a knack for songwriting.
Well, I mean, he didn't write it, did he? I mean, listen to it. It's just the Lumberjack song from Monty Python, except about his alcoholism. Which, by the way, was a real problem. You know, the lyrics in the bridge, I swear to God, are just lifted wholesale from the original. Shameless.
Suspenders and a bra. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Oh, I mean, it's not the best song in the world. It's not even a particularly good one. But, it bought me an Audi, so if I have to, I'll grin and bear playing it. Of course I will.
Well, it wouldn't be a clusterfuck without a wee bit from Andy Vannan.
Ooh, here's the...
Oh, come on! No way! Oh, I don't believe you!
This high quality adult video I'm watching on the telly right now would be an ASMR YouTube video. If people kept their bloody clothes on once in a while. Fucking seriously. Anyway, I'm going to contact Deadpool and see if he wants to hang out. Hey Andy, I'm ready for some slaps, but I've got to ask you a question. Did you mention domination in the FaceTime call? Anyway, dude, come over and let yourself out. Oh man, Andy. This does sound rather kinky indeed. Aye, fucking too right, it's going to get kinky. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Keep on going. Right. Whoa! Sorry to interrupt. I'll be away in a second. I'm just taking a picture.
Right, boys and girls, we'll start playing a little game. How about a game of Guess Clue? Game's very easy. I'm going to give you a clue, and you've got to find the object I'm describing. Okay?
Yes.
Right, here we go. You're looking for an object you would use to cut something with. Well done, boys and girls! A lot of you have tweeted in the correct answer, and that was a knife. Oh, well actually, we've had an extra answer come in this morning from Olivia Oilfished. Olivia says that we could have said Granny Lynch's deathly stare. Oh, I love that photo of them. Granny and Grandad look so happy. Right, well now I think it's time for a little nap while I finish my drink.
How yous all doing? It's great to be here tonight. My name's Robert. I'm a house cat. I'm not your typical house cat. No, not at all. I'm actually the first cat in the world to do stand-up comedy. Yep, so here goes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Me?
Me who?
Meow. Right, moving on. So why don't cats play poker in the jungle? Because there's too many cheetahs? Yeah, that's right, everybody.
We are playing the Clusterfuck Circus drinking game here, which you can play along with at home if you want. Anytime anyone mentions television, you have a wank.
Well, turns out my pal Jeremy couldn't even answer that question for you girls, eh? But it kick-started Chanel and Chardonnay's career. You guys joining the I'm a Celeb team in the jungle!
I never got the call from Fabio, but I did get the call from the jungle. I thought, I could do with a wee holiday. I could take my Louis Vuitton hold all and I'd look really posh. My ma said I'd have to eat kangaroo testicles. I thought she was joking, but I actually had to. That pure gave me the bulk, that did. But then, who should I see on his way to a dingo dollar challenge than Brad Pitt? Then my ma tells me that her and Brad were doing it dingo style in the boot shack, and he's now my stepdad. I didn't know what way to look. My ma and Brad Pitt, I just hope she hasn't signed a prenup.
Roll the next clip!
So we're in the jungle and it's raining. Thanks. You're the mother from hell. You've put your daughters through torture. You want their stories to sell so you can make a fortune. You're the mother of darkness. Your life's been one long bungle. And you're throwing your lasses to the lions in the jungle. Remember that time you put sending you and Jeremy Powrie just so you could show the world that Elaine's dad was keeping her in the style you've grown accustomed to? You put your daughters through torture. You're the mother from hell. It's always that's my wee Senga, never that's my wee Chanel. I hope that you're happy we're on I'm a Celeb and you can further your agenda while they're laughing at flips like us. And I'm here to protect my sister from all the predators. No, it's not cause cows and hundreds of thousands of pounds of debt we've done. Dear sir, didn't even mention that man's name.
But again, no show without Ma. And you got an invite to Sunsea and Suspicious Parents for a wee free holiday, didn't you? Run, VT!
I'm out here in this muck. A free holiday, they said. But is it fuck? Sunsea Suspicious Parents says, come on to the jungle and watch your lassies play. Oh fuck, Ken. Put some clays on. You're not looking like your ma. And Senga, gonna stop straddling that fucking Pierce Morgan. He looks like a fucking frog. Oh. Well, hello, Brad Pitt. Oh, I'll give you a wee shot in my hips, son. Oh, I wouldn't mind a wee kiss of him. Maybe my lassies will get his digits before the night is out. Oh, they're gonna have a new daddy before I'm finished with him.
Oh, Ma. Brad Pitt? Oh, you've got canny taste, hen. Now, girls, you know who your new daddy is. And since I've got you all here, ladies, have you got something to say to your ma? I mean, after all, if she hadn't had a string of men, and known as the governed bus, you know, hop on, hop off, then you would never ended up on Jeremy Kyle, where your dazzling career started.
When my ma gave birth to me, little did she know that she was giving birth to a beauty icon. That's me, by the way, pal. I've got this new perfume on the market. It's called Eau de Govern, for all those discerning women out there. I know that all these women will want to be as pure dead glam as me. You can all follow me on Instagram, where I will be sharing my secrets of how naughty smell like the inside of a bag of shite.
So Helen, my book's called Don't Look Away, and obviously that can apply to the mirror when you're looking at yourself, but also don't look away from things that you see happening about you, you know, if you see people been bullied or abused, try and deal with what's going on around about you, deal with what's going on with you, and I go through that step by step in my book, and it's available on Waterstone by the agents just told me. Don't look away.
Well, Ellen. Ellen. I'm proud of my girls. My Chanel and Chardonnay. They've worked hard. I'm proud of them. And got me onto my music career. I've done a song. My single's at #1 in the US charts. Family ties. My family ties, we tell no lies. We keep all the truth in our apple pies. I'm looking for a man with blonde hair and a tan. I cut myself Brad Pitt. I gyrate his hips while I'm licking his lips. My girls call him Daddy Pitts. Oh, we're family ties, we never tell no lies. Family ties, we never tell no lies. Family ties, we never tell no lies. Fuck you, haters. And on that note, that's all from the Helen show tonight. Stay home, stay safe, stay well. Clusterfuckers.
Hello, I am Simon Sibian of Special Friends, the world's leading provider of erotic robotic companions. We here at Special Friends share your concern about recent events and strenuously deny the spurious and unsubstantiated allegations against our product safety, levelled by a disgruntled former employee. Here at Special Friends, our #1 priority is your safety. We have spent big in research and development to give you the best and safest in lifelike, real-feel, positronic Android partners. Remember, everybody deserves a special friend.
Special Friends is a subsidiary of Omnicorp Enterprises. Omnicorp Enterprises accepts zero liability for injury, disfigurement, paralysis or death sustained in the use of its product or subsidiaries. Same rules apply.
Well guys, it's here. The Ray Rogers Pipe Dream Extreme Fuck Toy Express. With real feel skin, slap that ass. Feel that ass. Squeeze that ass. Touch the pussy. Real feeling pussy. Squeeze that butthole. Ooh, get a grip, pop it. Smack it. And squeeze it. Put your fucking finger in it. Lick it. Look at that. Fuck my ass, baby.
There now follows a party political broadcast by the Paralytic Pluralist Party for the European Parliament elections 19th May 2024. Yes, we know.
Do you not like maintaining an erection, a litany of X's, forgetfulness, depression? Then you qualify. Booze, bag, tonic, wine enthusiast. Welcome to the club, you dumb dipshit little fuck. Welcome music, Amy Winehouse. You brick shit house. It's a very exclusive movement though. Or bloody bowel movements, bro. Stupidity, unwanted pregnancies, infidelity, therapy, and listening to Triple H's theme endlessly. It's all about the game. Endlessly. So come in. Mine's a bucky, but I'll swear you in with some pink gin. Become a member of my synthetic reality. I'll baptise you. Oh, is that fucking wine and cheese? Jeez.
With the Hunky Punks now a household name, a feat rarely achieved in the world of folk music, their next challenge would be to learn how to navigate the trappings of mainstream success. Little did they know at the time, however, that this is one challenge the band wouldn't survive.
Oh yeah, things just went stratospheric after that. Just look at the albums we brought out. 1979, Secrets in the Meadows, Secrets on Your Lips. It went bronze. UK folk chart position #3. 1980, songs mostly about Penny, who is my wife, went bronze, UK Folk Chart position number 2. 1981, Nice Spoon and Folk went silver, UK Folk Chart position at number 4. 1981 was a big year for folk.
The whole thing was mad. That's just the only way to describe it. Mad. If you push me for a more accurate description of the whole thing, best I could do would be very mad.
Well, we all made a pact very early on to not let success change us. There'll still be those 3 boys from Tumatic, no matter what. It's all well and good until fame is dangling in your face like a big willy. We all went a bit mental. I mean, I bought an Audi 200 for God's sake. A nice little runner, actually. Steve was definitely the worst. He went right off the deep end. Like, right away.
Oh yeah, Steve became a monster. Seemed like he lost control of his ego. The second we hit the big time, I remember sitting with him the first time we heard a song come on the radio. And I distinctly recall witnessing an actual physical change in him. Some deep flicker of humanity went out behind his eyes. Forever. Truly terrifying.
We've never met a man with worse impulse control than that man. Smoking, drinking, you name it. He was eating, and this is true, 8 packets of opal fruits a day. 8! That is mad. That is too many opal fruits. And of course there was the cocaine.
Of course they call them Starbursts now, don't they? Just goes to show you.
Steve's biggest vice, though, had to be the women.
Oh yeah, I was boffing girls all the time. I was boffing girls left and right and left and left. I was boffing Gene Simmons levels of girls. Which is to say, a comparable number, not one so low by him. Although...
God, it seemed like every day we'd see him with a new one on his arm. In the end, we stopped learning their names, just assigned them numbers. Had to. There was no other way to keep up with them. In the end, Steve started having to do the same thing too.
Oh, come on, I was young and sexy and the front man of a folk band. What do you expect to happen? And plus, I don't know why I get all the flack for this one anyway, right? Because Rick was boffing just as many girls as I was. And I know that for a fact, because when I was done with him, I let him have a go. And Leslie would have been doing the exact same thing if he was allowed. You mark my words.
Yes, I married my wife Penny at a very young age, and no, I don't feel like I've missed out by not bedding a load of other girls. We've been married 42 years now, off and on, and generally, I'd have to say that I really don't regret.
I just never got why what I did with my penis in my own time was any of his business. You know, it's not like I was using it to play guitar, so what does it matter to him? No, fair enough, I did actually do that once.
Zurito, you enjoying yourself, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Having a good one, yes. I'm loving this so far. Local lockdown free. This is the Flu World Order, of course. Here you go. More madness to come.
Hello, my name is Anarchic, and I've watched a lot of TV in my time. In fact, I estimate in my lifetime I've owned something around maybe 16 televisions, and I've learnt so much from all of them, from Sesame Street to Eurotrash and beyond. But recently I feel it's losing its way. There's too many channels with not much to say, too many adverts and too much choice. Shit talent shows like X Factor and The Voice. I'm an indecisive imbecile. 4 channels were enough for me when I was a child. All my moods presumed to be catered for, like reruns of Friends to the world at war. TV, I love you, but maybe we should see other devices. TV, what's with you? Lately you've been so divisive. spent so many lonely nights watching French movies and squinting at subtitles. Doctor Who, absolutely big night out. And what the hell was Monkey all about? Now when I watch, I'm not so keen. I shake my head and I shout at the screen. I'm damned if I'll show you any new compliance. You're definitely not worth paying the license. So TV, I love you, but maybe you should stop dicking around. TV, what's with you? You're acting like a Baskerville without the hound. Oh, TV, I love you, but reality shows really leave me cold. TV, I miss you, but there's too many buttons on remote controls these days. I swear, I only use like 2, maybe 3 buttons. Volume, the AV buttons as well. But there's must be like 40 other buttons that I do not touch, and they're always quite dirty, you know, that's a grime that builds up around about them. Anyway. And BBC, by the way, doesn't stand for British Broadcasting Corporation these days.
Oh, that was some amazing singing, boys and girls. And if you'd ever like to sing that song in your own time, the song is called Welcome to Hell by the band The Lovely Boys Vannan. Well, we've just enough time now for a little cartoon before we finish up. So here's a lovely little cartoon about parenting.
Dad's never coming home, is he? No, he isn't.
Oh, that was a lovely cartoon. Well, that's all the time we have for today, boys and girls. So remember, wash your hands, eat your vitamins, and try to hide your drinking. Slán! Oh, fuck.
Yes, I'm there. I'm here, yes, I'm there. I am here to talk to you. I am there, I'm here to talk to you about my surviving for coronavirus is smoking a pot. Yep. You know, guys, I was going to talk about Kanye West. Kanye West, you know those guys, Kanye West, Kanye West, he said he's seen God. You know, that guy, I don't understand people like Kanye West, Michael Jackson, they say see God, see Donald Trump, he says God. You know those guys, man. I just don't know, man. Oh yeah, I was asked, what about, why did I run away to Africa in 2000? I'll tell you, man, if someone give you $50 million and have to wake up 6 in the morning, and I said, no way, I'm not gonna do 6 in the morning. I have to I need to smoke my weed, man. You can see it's weed everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know how I survived coronavirus, man. I can tell you, man, this thing, it's real. It's real. It's like, people talk about vaccine and stuff. Just smoke a pipe. It's real. Oh yeah, I lost my accent because I was in Africa. In Africa, it's like, you guys, I want to tell you something about Africa. Africa is very, very rich. People think Africa is a dying continent. Africa is not a dying continent. America is a dying continent. You know what I mean? America is a dying state, I would say. Well, as you know now, we are run by, I don't love American president, man. I don't like the president of America, to be honest. I have to tell you right now, it's not for me, And people like Kanye West, they put a black American very low, you know what I mean? To think that a black man will stand next to Donald Trump, that's not in your system, man. It's not in your system, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'm just chilling in the house, smoking weed. My Mike Tyson was in my house, man. Smoke good. He's a smoking good shit, man. I don't agree when he said he wants to go back to the ring and fight all like Mike. You know, you better chill, your man. Let's roll another one and relax. And Mike, like, you know, he's like, I'm gonna kill someone, man. I'm gonna kill someone. I tell you, man, I'm gonna kill somebody. If I get in the ring, I'll kill somebody. So I have to ask Mike, how are you gonna kill someone? You don't know you bite someone's ears last time, Mike. Because he didn't listen. The guy doesn't listen, you know? He's not listening. He's a back in his eyes. Now I'm fucking knock him down, yeah? Yeah, knock him down. Yeah. So yeah, that's Michael, you know. So I decided, like, yeah, we got 2 tickets going to see Rolling Stones in London after the coronavirus is done. Me and Mike smoke weed and chill. So yeah. Anyway, I just said, yeah, it's good trying to see that.
We all enjoy a bit of television, but not the BBC because they touch kids.
With the band seemingly in freefall, its members scraped what little money they had left together to record what they saw as a make or break album, which unfortunately would turn out to be their last.
Well, Penny and I were having problems at the time, arguing like cats and dogs over buying a new fridge freezer, which I thought was completely ridiculous, because the old one worked perfectly fine. It was just a space issue. All we needed to do was eat some of the stuff in there already, and bang, save a few £100 in the new model. Absolutely ridiculous wanting to buy a new one. Oh, and plus she fucked all my mates.
Penny Black. Yoko Bloody Ono, more like.
So Penny and I actually separated, and what with that and what was going on with the band at the time, that was where my head was at for writing most of the songs, for more songs about Penny, who is now no longer my wife.
It was very poorly received. Very, very poorly received. People called it self-indulgent, bitter, jaded, unpleasant, deranged, dangerous. The single least likeable collection of songs ever committed to vinyl. You know, and that was just our mates saying that. Actual music journalists were far less kind.
Shit is what it was. It was shit. It made things really awkward between me and Penny.
Yes, Penny and I weren't as swinging. We had our proclivities like any couple. But with swinging, both parties are present, both parties consent, and you might get a nice bit of wine and cheese at the end. Try and pass off what she did as swinging is a load of codswallop. I wasn't present, I didn't consent, and I certainly didn't get any cheese at the end of it. It all gone off because the fridge was too full.
So what exactly did Penny do?
Well, she bathed Rick, didn't she?
Oh yeah, more than once. More times than I can count, in fact. And it was good.
I have absolutely no idea how it took Les so long to realise. No idea whatsoever. I mean, we all knew, you know. We knew for years. You know, Penny and Rick would always be off on these long walks together. She'd always be hanging off his arm, you know, just like, oh Les, leave it, I'm just a touchy-feely person with my mates. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, when we went on tour, she and Rick would take one hotel room, and Les and I would have the other. Because he snored, apparently. He didn't snore. I've never heard that man so much as wheeze during the night. He's an eerily silent sleeper, if anything. Of course, I never had the heart to tell him that.
Well, when the penny dropped, so to speak, I must admit, I went a little mental. We had a flaming argument, and I think at some point I called her a bitch. But after it was all said and done, I just calmly and quietly packed my Slazenger duffel bag with essentials and I just walked out. I left. I didn't know if I was going to come back. And it was during that time, while sleeping on Steve's settee, that I was most prolific, writing songs about Penny too.
Oh yeah, there's some really nasty stuff on there. Like really, really nasty. I mean, lyrically I couldn't describe the album as anything other than deplorable. You know, just listen to some of the song titles. Would that I never met the whore of Babylon. Choke on my broken heart, brackets, bitch. Penny the bastard. I'm taking the kids, you know. Really fucked up stuff, honestly. I mean, just listen to the likes of I Would Have Stayed.
Oh, would you ask me to stay and let a man keep his pride? I could have burned our house to the ground with you and the children inside.
That was about the time the first restraining order came into effect, yeah.
I've never really understood what the big attraction is with Penny, if I'm totally honest. No, because if you look at her, she is actually objectively quite an ugly woman. And I say that from a place of love, because I've had a go on her and all.
If you guys want to look as cool as us, you could go to the Clusterfuck merch store right now. There's a link below. Check it out. All the gear is designed by me and it's cheap as fuck. Check it out. You'll support the circus and look cool doing it.
Though the band appeared to have weathered the storms of adversity for the time being, it wouldn't be long before the boys from Tumatic would find themselves caught once more in the throes of an unimaginable tragedy.
So, in summer '84, we're doing this gig, right, in the Swindon Arts Centre, of all places. So this is pretty big league stuff. And Steve comes up to me during the sound check, off his little tits he was. He says, Rick, I'll be working on something for you for this gig. He pulls out this big Shelltoe Mel with all these wires jutting out of it. He goes, Rick, this is an electric triangle.
I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest. To the best of my knowledge, Steve has never studied how to make musical instruments, or anything to do with electricity, even at the most rudimentary level. Honestly, I always regret giving him the idea.
So we plug it all in the sound check, and it works. You know, it sounds like shit, and every time I hear it, I get a jolt up my arm, but it works. And then Steve says, during the show, let's have it going for her. Because I was off my little tits, I says, okay. Showtime comes round, middle of the first song, greeting the maiden thus. Heading into the triangle solo, whoosh, thing goes on fire. I give it one tap. That was it, blew my left arm off. Clean off at the shoulder, the bastards.
I can't tell you how often I think back to that night. You know, just thinking, what if I'd done one thing differently? You know, what if I'd been more careful with my soldering? What if I'd used heavier duty insulating tape? What if I learned what an amperage was? You know, then maybe Rick still had both his arms. You know, thinking back, I have no idea what made Leslie convince me it was such a good idea in the first place. Or why he was so insistent that I listen. But I suppose that's a burden I'll have to bear for the rest of my life.
Do I wish the blast had killed Rick outright? No, not really. Although, if I was someone who wished that, and had theoretically bribed an unscrupulous pyrotechnic to make sure it happened, only for it to blow his piddling little arm off, then yeah, I probably would be pretty annoyed about that. Especially given how much it bloody cost. Oh, sorry, I forgot what question you asked.
And lads, it was at this exact moment we realised it was one rule for rich people and one rule for normal people. And of course, it's very important we follow our rules, isn't it, boys and girls?
You must always follow the rules, especially the rules the Dark Master sets for you through telepathy into your head. Always listen to the Dark Master.
Very good, Olivia. Yes, you're absolutely correct. We really should be following the rules at all time.
Hi children! How are you today? Ready for PE? Ready to try the locking dance? Anyone know locking? Lockers? 70s dance? Tony Basil? Greg Campbellock? No? Donald Campbellock? Anyone? Okay, just follow me. This is how it's going to go. I'll count you in. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yeah? You got that? Bunch of dauber.
I got this ring off of eBay. This is a Mick Jagger original ring. Right? Mick Jagger wore this all through the concerts, so fuck all yous, right? Fuck yous.
David, would you mind not kissing Mick Jagger's ring while I'm teaching my lesson?
Yes. Fucking kiss my ring.
And now, boys and girls, is a special treat, a little poem to finish the day with.
I'm Mrs. Love, the one who loves to hate. I'm the PE teacher, whose classes they turn up too late. Fucking wee daubers, a lot of them, I tell you. But I put on a face, like butter wouldn't melt, yeah. I have to follow a curriculum that's a pile of fucking pants. I have to teach these fuckers how to exercise and how to dance. Yes, Martin, you're doing a great job. No, you're not. You're a fucking wee knob. Yes, Agnes, your choreography, you've got it in the bag. Just a shame she's a fucking wee slag. So I have to teach these daubers about hip hop. They don't know who they're dealing with. I'm at the fucking top. See, by day, I'm a teacher. At night, I battle hard. In all elements of hip hop, I will leave you scarred. They fucking think they know it all with their TikTok pish. They don't know. I've been potting and locking since the 80s, bitch! Yes, you can play your track, Bidrake. I don't know how much more of this pish I can take. Yes, the choreography's fantastic. Is it fuck? It's whack, and it looks like plastic. I blame children's television. See that motherfucker Banty DM? He's a blue-haired gobshite who's messing with my zen. Bring back Tubz and Chris Tarrant. He didn't talk guff. I've never seen so much shite in my puff. And now I need to deal with STDs. Social transmitting what? I can't even say it. Socially transmitted disease. Socially transmitting distancing. This is fucking grim.
What's going on? Zuri, what are you up to? What are you up to now?
Some Lala.
She's meditating over there because, of course, in a lockdown you need to do something. Meditation, of course, beats sitting around doing fuck all.
On any Hunky Punks album where you can hear any percussion at all that isn't a triangle, that would have been played by a little lad aged anywhere between 8 and 13 by the name Greg Gallagher.
Well, Greg grew up in the same town as us. We were about 12 years older than him. He was an absolute prodigy on the drums, which was helpful because Rick was, as I say, absolutely stinking.
So we got to the point of recording our first album, and when we did, it became very apparent very, very quickly that Rick simply couldn't play anything that we wanted him to. You know, I didn't even think he knew what the phrase keeping time meant, because we kept asking him, and then he kept looking at his watch, and then back up at us like a dog begging for treats, you know. So we ended up calling up little Greg's mum, because we knew he played drums, and we asked if he'd like to come and play drums on the album. And obviously he said yes. It's very exciting for a little boy to play drums on a debut album. And then he just sort of kept playing drums for us, because it honestly just seemed easier, you know. Truth be told, any live show we ever did of any significance, Greg would be there just off the side of the stage behind a curtain, playing the real drum line while Rick was just pretending. It's extraordinary, really.
Well, bounced around a lot, didn't it? From Alan's disappearance to trouble with Penny to Rick's unfortunate accident. But the point we knew the band was truly at an end was little Gregory Gallagher died on tour.
Well, I had this saying, right, what I made up about all the, you know, the wild shit that goes on tour, right? And it went like this, it went, what happens on tour shouldn't be discussed immediately following the tour. They're just so wild in that. Although in this instance it was made very clear to us that we had a very real legal responsibility to inform the boy's parents of his passing. It's the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life. Perfect end to a horrible anus.
I never understood why Greg dying when we had to start making music, you know. I mean, of course, a boy dying at any age is very sad, but did I kill little Greg Gallagher? No. Did Steve kill little Greg Gallagher? No. Did Rick kill little Greg Gallagher? I mean, according to most people, yes. But in the eyes of the law, no. It was manslaughter.
So here's what happened, okay? I don't feel like I've ever really gotten a chance to tell my side of the story properly. Ever since I met Greg, he was absolutely bloody mad about sharks, right? This boy ate, slept and breathed sharks. When he wasn't playing drums for us, he was banging on about sharks, drawing pictures of sharks, trying to get us to write songs about sharks. He was just shirt daft. And after my accident, Greg really picked up the slack for me, not only, you know, playing my drum part, but also becoming like a personal PA. And as well, I'm going to say it, my best friend. And I think he would say the same if he were still here. So the tour passed through Weymouth. And I thought to myself, hang on a bloody minute, I know the night security guard at the Sea Life Centre in Weymouth, my mate Tony. So I called him up and asked him, can we get inside Centre one night so I could help Greg fulfil his life's ambition to swim with sharks? You know, to say thankful on account of him being so helpful. Tony says, yeah, sure Rick, bring the boy down. So we get there. Greg strips off to his pants, ready to get in the tank. And let me tell you, I have never seen A small boy, so excited about anything in my whole life. So we lured him in, loving it. We went outside for a smoke and chill wag. By the time we got back, he was gone. No one ever bothered to check if he could swim. And if it's manslaughter, then yeah, I'm a manslaughterer.
Well, the next morning when we heard the news, I remember we just sat. Just all three of us, we just sat together in silence for it must have been close to an hour. And I think in that moment, we all knew, that was it. That was the end of the line for the band. Because no one wants to bop along with a load of kiddie killers today.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Get yourselves a drink at home. I'm having a wee one. Oh, what are you up to there, Zurito, Drunkito?
I'm getting ready because you told me we are gonna be on TV.
Yeah, but the show's already started, Zurito. Yeah, sorry. Keep up.
Tales from the Clusterfuck Circus.
I spend my life on the move, my life on the road. From town to town, city to city, time zone to time zone. Success, it keeps you busy, so I can't complain how life is. But in a life like this, you do tend to develop some vices. I have my addictions, or rather, my addictions have me. Sometimes, the shadow of my shadow is all I can be. I find myself alone in different hotel rooms. Just me and my thoughts and that milk-stained moon. I'm drawn to walk the streets as my heart rate rises. A heavy coat, a scarf, a hat, they all become my disguises. I've made it known that I suffer from nosebleeds and migraines. Just to explain the occasional mood swings and blood stains. There are over 1,000 people murdered in this world each day, so as I drift from town to town, nobody looks my way. It's an addiction, and I ain't proud of it. But the power you feel, well, there's no cloud in it. Just the fear before the fact, as they know something's wrong. Their vain attempt to scream their muffled swan song. The struggle, the shock in their eyes, my grip around their throat as all their hope dies. The sudden loss of breath, there is no thrill equal. My name is Lewis Capaldi, and I kill people. This was always going to happen. In fact, I'll be surprised if I'm the first. This kind of success and power is bound to bring out the worst. With success comes power, and great success has been given me. And with great power comes great fuckability. But my addictions, they manifest themselves in a darker form. If the heart is a house, then I have a blood-stained lawn. My public portrait's immaculate, but there's blood on the easel. My name is Lewis Capaldi, and I kill people.
Well, dear viewers, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for this week. These tales of woe have certainly disturbed us, but I do hope you'll join us next time for more tales from the Clusterfuck Circus.
After the news of Gregory Gallagher's death reached the mainstream media, there was little hope that the band could be salvaged. With their reputation in tatters and ticket and record sales at an all-time low, in late 1983, the Honky Punks made the difficult decision to lay down their instruments for good. Or did they?
Well, yes, I'm very happy to announce that the rumours are true, and the Honky Punks are returning for a full album and tour cycle.
Well, I mean, obviously it's not ideally what I want to be doing on any level, you know, morally, socially or artistically. As I say, my passions lie in creating lo-fi, experimental, ambient, hip-hop dirge music, but it turns out there's actually surprisingly little money in that as a genre, so it's really come down to do a reunion or remortgage the house.
No, I'm not worried about the public's reaction. No one's still going to be angry about a boy that died 35 years ago, are they? Except his mum. Of course, she died 4 months back now, did she? Hit by a bus. Bloody tragic. Plus, we got a new boy anyway, so...
So, save the date, because once we find any venues still willing to book us, the Honky Punks will be back bigger than ever, ready to folk you up.
Oh yeah, brilliant. Coming soon to a half-full regional arts centre near you. Child murderer and the artless cash grabs. Well, I have to keep pinching myself, I do, make sure it's real. I can't believe I get to be part of something so special.
Yeah, it'll be alright, I reckon. Is that it then? Are we done? Right. Clear off.
Well, we're getting to the end of the show now. Hope you guys have enjoyed so far. As usual, we're going to end on a Clusterfuck collab poem.
The poem!
Yeah, it's that bit you love, Zurito. It's the bit everybody loves. It's the Clusterfuck collab poem. This time it's one of my own. It's called Shit to Do. Here you go.
Same damn problems, old and new. Too much fucking shit to do. For you a break's long overdue. Too much fucking shit to do. At work a promotion to pursue. Too much fucking shit to do. No time for illness like the flu. Too much fucking shit to do.
What's more earnings to accrue? Too much fucking shit to do. Mounting debts, tormenting you. Too much fucking shit to do. So narrow now your field of view.
Just too much fucking shit to do.
Every day is like deja vu. Too much fucking shit to do. Whole world view is now askew. Too much fucking shit to do. The internal riot will ensue. Too much fucking shit to do. What's been achieved hitherto? Too much fucking shit to do.
Swallow chunks, no time to chew. Too much fucking shit to do. Hold on to that fart, don't follow true. Too much fucking shit to do. Too busy for salad or tofu.
Too much fucking shit to do.
Fast food's fine, mate. No cordon bleu. Too much fucking shit to do.
I'll get around to keep fit and learn kung fu. There's too much fucking shit to do. I'll book the appointment, finish that tattoo. There's too much fucking shit to do. There's half drawn all over, yeah. There's too much fucking shit to do.
It's like a panda in the zoo. He's got fucking shit to do. His species will die unless they screw, but he's got fucking shit to do. Like sit in his arse and chew bamboo.
Too much fucking shit to do.
Finished finally. Fuck a doodle do. These long hours now are through. Sit back, relax, and let the corporate media subdue from their web of lies you can't unglue. It's all reality TV and celebrities selling shampoo. News show propaganda that's simply not true. Advertising jingles to brainwash you. UWE, don't spell sheep, it spells you!
Your role in life, you misconstrue. Your whole life, you've sauntered through. Obsequious, they control you. And you don't have a fucking clue. You have too much shit to do. Too busy to reflect. Put your life in review, like being interviewed by Louis Theroux. Discuss the parts that might be taboo.
Too much fucking shit to do!
But then all of a sudden and out of the blue, your coronary arteries clog up like glue. A fatal action that you can't undo, that overloads your CPU. There's no one around to come help you. They've got too much shit to do. Now you're up shit creek, no paddle, no canoe. And your final thoughts as you bid this world adieu. No more fucking shit to do!
Oh, Jesus, monkey!
And that is the end of the show. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. But unfortunately that's all we've got time for now. If you want to see any more, then we're going to be doing a live stream for our second birthday on the 14th of June from 8 o'clock on Nice and Sleazy's Facebook, so be sure to check that out.
So cheers for that.
Cheers. Have a good night, guys.